This video is about making triangles. Well, that sounds pretty obvious, doesn't it? It's actually really interesting when you get down to it. Hello, my name is Caroline from Bubbly Maths, and I'm working with activities provided by AIMSEC from the Aiming High website. The link to the activity is in the description, and what you'll need is paper sticks. There's a link in the description to how to make paper sticks on YouTube, or any kind of sticks, or you can even use blades of grass as long as they're fresh, or sticks. I'm using coloured matchsticks. They don't have to be coloured. You can just basically use anything, toothpicks, use whatever you can find, but they all have to be the same length. So you can cut up sticks from the garden or from rose bushes without thorns, as long as they're all the same length. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to investigate triangles. Well, to do that, I'm going to share my screen with you. Just make sure I've got the thing I need where I need it. Make sure I've got the right thing. Okay, that's not the right thing. And I had an interesting incident last night, so let me just do my best to make sure it's in the right place. Here we go. Now, have another go. Share screen. Oh, that one there, that's the one. Right, got it. So not every activity, increasing amounts of activities on the Aiming High website, which are designed initially for teachers that work in rural and disadvantaged areas in South Africa. They're really rich mathematical activities. So the courses that are designed for these teachers are there to really enhance the mathematical learning. So they lend themselves perfectly to home learning and inclusion, with some modifications, and those modifications are being made. There are home learning guides, so you can dive into the Aiming High website and find lots of things that you can do every day. This is one of them. Now, well, it's probably not every day. It's probably do the same activity for a few days. They're more project-based. They're low entry, high ceiling. So you can start just with playing and then increase it up to the point where you think, well, I know all that, and then do the next bit. And that's where you stretch, where you grow, where you learn, where you know that you've learned something new. So here we go. That's what we're going to do, 11 sticks. And we're going to get to that in a moment, because we're going to start off with doing the activity for early years. So for early years, what we're going to look at is, now I'm going to change the screen. Stop sharing that one and start sharing this one. It feels so rude to, oh dear, I'm not confident this is actually it's not using the right camera. They're all plugged in. That's one of the things I sometimes do wrong. That should be that one. Now go back to that one. Oh, okay, that's that one. Yes. Oh, phew. Okay, so here's one stick or one edge. We'll use this one even. How many triangles can you make with that? Okay. How many triangles can you make with that? With 2. All right. How many triangles can you make with 3 sticks, with 3 edges? 1 triangle. Okay. Now, oops, I suppose we'll open it out and maybe use another, if I can find, yes, I've got another orange one. How many triangles can we make with that? Now I've got a version here. I would like you to think about it. How many triangles can you make with that? Now this is a good exercise for everybody. So when you talk about a triangle like this, you can call it a 1, 1, 1 triangle. So if any of the edges is a different length, call it a 1, 1. This might be a 1, 1, 2 triangle, for example. Now I'm going to now move over to this. If you make yourself a manipulative like this, that you can actually move around. And I'm going to leave that one with you. I want you to make a triangle out of a 1, 1, 2 out of a square, see what happens. And then I'm going to go to this pentagon. Well, it's a pentagon right now. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 edges. How many triangles can we make out of that? Again, write it down, decide for yourself how many triangles you think you can make. Now I'm actually going to make that one happen. There's one. So 1, 2, 2 triangle. And you can record this. So let's change the screen back to my screen and I'll show you how you can record it. This one we're going to go back to in a minute. So bear that one in mind. It's got 2, 5 and 4. I'm going to get rid of that one. We're going to write a chart. Okay, so here's the chart. It's quite simple. It's very simple. You can make yours a lot longer than mine. Make sure, so we'll have number of sticks. And we'll have triangles. Boing, boing, boing. And then we've got 1 stick, 2 sticks, 3 sticks, 4 sticks. And what we're going to do is we're going to, so that's no triangles, that's easy. That's no triangles, we work that one out. That's a 1, 1, 1. And what do you think we can make with that one? That one we know we can make, we don't know how many. So actually we're going to have another, we're going to have types of triangles and how many. Triangle type and how many. Just triangles, how many. Yes, my writing is squidgy. So that's how many, we think that's 1. So these are how many. And this one we did find a 2, 2, 1, or is it a 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, probably start with the smaller number. That's 1, 2, 2, and keep going. 6, 7, we're going to go all the way to 11, and you can go beyond 11, please do go beyond 11. But right now we're going to skip and hop to 11. Make sure you're seeing the right thing. Yes, good. Whew. The amount of times I give you the wrong view. Right, now we're going to look at 11. So where's my 11? My 11's here. I was working on this last night, how I'm going to actually display this to you within the screen. So there is, I've got a 2, 4, 5 triangle like the one that was on the screen. Okay, that was on earlier. Now, how many other triangles can you make with this? That's a 2, 4, 5. So we've got 11. We've got a 2, 4, 5. What else can we make? But right away, I can see we can make an isosceles triangle, which is a 5, 5, 1, or 1, 5, 5. And how many others can you make? So have a go. These paper sticks are ideal for this. They are a bit long, but you know what? If you're working on a big table or on the floor, they're perfect because you can, and if you've got especially, it's a great group activity because you can have, with 2 hands, it's quite hard to make like the different ones, but with 4 hands, you can definitely do it. You don't even need all 4 hands. And we can have the 4th hand to transcribe and write out what you've got. And take pictures. Please take loads of pictures of all the different triangles you find, and please post them on the group. Post them in the what do you call them? The comments. Okay, now let's see what else we're going to learn from today. There's a couple of other things. I'm going to change the screen again. Share the screen with the activity. Ah, there it is, Google Chrome. That's the one I want. So that was for early years. If you're between 7 and 11, no, up to about 7 or 8, sorry, then do that early activity that we did and just write them down with the triangles that you can find. Draw pictures of the triangles you can find. For upper primary and lower secondary, we do want to be recording them like this, and then just working systematically with talking here about do, talk, record. So do it, talk about it, and write it down, and then be systematic about it. This is a great practice, because the more systematic you are with everything you do, and that includes writing down the steps whenever you do a calculation, because it means not only you can go back if there's a problem, it means that the person can show somebody else and they can follow what you're doing. And really importantly, in those exam things, that people can, and tests, the teacher, your teacher, or your whoever's helping you learn, can see what your thought process is, and therefore help if there's a problem. And so we want to talk about the shape you've made, how you're recording your data. What about using that? See, that's the thing. If you get to there, when I get to there, 12 is amazing, 15 is amazing. There's some amazing loops that you can do, and there's other different. Think about what else are you discovering in the process of doing this? How many squares can you make? Can you make squares? What other shapes can you make? And you can record all of them down here. And then we can talk about perimeter and area. So how do you work out? Well, we know the perimeter of this. It's kind of easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's 11 units. We call them units, and that way we don't have to worry about exactly what the unit is. Now, if we're measuring, proper measuring, we're going to be in centimeters or meters or kilometers. It could have a bit, maybe like if you wanted to measure the perimeter of your school or your home or the room that you're in, you would measure it in meters. And then this is, we're going to go back to, we're not going to go here, we're going to go to this one. There's a rule that I learned in school, except I didn't learn it. It's called triangle inequality, and I never learned the rule. Oh, let's stop sharing there for a moment. Oh, well, no, because it says lengths A, B, and C make a triangle only if, there's my triangle, whoops, there's my triangle there. Only if A plus B is greater than C, but that goes for any which way it goes. A plus B must be greater than C. So 1 plus 2 is 3, that's greater than 2. 2 plus 2 is 4, that's greater than 1. And then the other way around, it's the same because it's symmetrical. 1 plus 2 is 3, which is greater than 2. So go and have a look at the square again, because what did we think of? Oh, the one I thought of. And I actually did this. I'll fess up, I actually did it because I didn't remember this rule, because I was like, I know there's a rule, but I don't really remember what it is. Is it this plus this equals that? What's we remember? I never thought about it until I did it with a manipulative. And this one is, you can say 1, 1, 2. But now 2 plus 2 is greater than what? 1, 1, 2? How can that be? Oh no, this one. 2 plus 1 is greater than 1. That's true. 2 plus 1 is greater than 1. So will a square make that? 2 plus 1, it doesn't work. 2 plus, no, I can't actually make a 2 plus 1. I can't straighten that out. I've got a problem here. What about, okay, but if this one's, how can I make a triangle? See if you can make a triangle with this shape, because I thought if you've got 2, if you've got an edge with 2, the only way you can join them together. I'm just going to leave it at that and let you continue thinking. And then in upper secondary, then we want to do slightly more, think about it a little bit more. So you can start with the same one. Start with this, doing this, going all the way as high as you like. I recommend looking at 12, 15, and look for all the different types of shapes you can make. At very least, all the rectangles that you can make, which includes a square, which is a regular rectangle. And then do further investigation. So you're looking at, it's all about triangles with edges made up of whole numbers, whole number lengths. And then why is it that some lengths can make the edges of a triangle and some lengths can't? This is a perfect example, a very simple example of okay, well, we can make in theory a 1 1 1 2, but in practice, can we? And you can do it just with a piece of string and some pins, and there's instructions on how to do it here. And why are we doing it? We're doing it to understand perimeter, to understand shape, to actually, when you get given rules, it's like, well, it's not a rule, it's just a fact. And you know it's a fact because you've done it. So you don't have to remember it, and you don't have to learn it. You don't have to memorize it. You've done it. You know it. You've got this experience that you've had, and you can do the experience. If you're like me, you might have to do things more than once because my memory, yes, that's how I am, and that's fine. And just doing the activities is so much richer than learning it, just learning it. And it begins to really mean something. So that's you want to be gaining a deeper understanding of the concept of perimeter. I'm just reading what it says here. And then we're going to learn about an ellipse and conic sections. And that you're going to do by following the activity so if you see the picture, let me do it here. It's good. I haven't actually prepped this exactly, but I'm going to use piece of string. It's basically what you do. I didn't prep this. What you do is you hold this secure. Oh, sorry, I'm going to stop that share and share the visualizer. So what you've got to do, you could use, again, this could be people maths. You could, sorry, actually share it. Right. So if you have two people holding, instead of using pins, you can use two people. Just make a knot there so that we've actually got a triangle. Right. So you can have two people holding these so that you don't have to use pins, or use pins. And then the third edge is you follow the path using a pen and make an elliptical shape and following the instructions on I didn't prepare this. I hadn't actually spotted that when I did my prep. I apologize. But using a triangle, you can make an elliptical path. And what I'll do is that there'll be a video up in YouTube it'll actually be linked on the activity. So if you keep going back to that activity, we will actually have a video showing you how to do this and investigate. So this activity is about perimeter, even though it looks as though it's all about triangles. But where do you start? You start with the triangles. And so that's it for today. If you are enjoying these activities, if you're finding they're useful, please do share these lives, and please do tell other people about the group, Making Maths Fun for Kids of all ages. We do have the 2 YouTube channels. There's the Bubbly Maths, where these activities are going up as lives. And then there's the Make Maths Toys YouTube channel, and all those links are in the welcome, pinned welcome description at the top of the page, welcome statement, information at the top of the group. And so yeah, please do, if you're on YouTube, please do subscribe to those channels. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, just in case you didn't know that. I've had that question. Just subscribe and then you'll be notified. Well, if you press the notification bell, you can get notified as well whenever we put up new videos. That will help you and your family learn to really enjoy and understand mathematics. Thank you for joining us. I will see you tomorrow, same time. Well, this has actually been recorded a little bit early, to go live at 9 again. And then anyway, tonight at 8, the point is tonight at 8, we will, I'll be introducing tomorrow's activity. See you later. Thank you very much. And we're still doing the early years. It's just I'm recording it early, and then it'll be done as a watch party at 10. See you later. Thank you.